laptop. So Semantic Manager is opening. So once the Semantic Manager is open, you see this type of window. Cancel it, close it. I have created a folder with the name of PLC on the desktop. So just we will create a new project. We will give it name hardware configuration. Right. Generally the default location is in C, but I recommend to give a location in D or on desktop, because generally what happened in C, most of the apps installed in your laptop or computer goes to C. So C's become CE drive takes a space. So there is a problem of laptop hanging. So I will give it a location on my desktop on folder PLC. Click OK. So after that, show that if I do not need it, I will copy it in D drive or I will delete it. But at least it should remove from C. For your convenience, I have saved it to the desktop. I make the folder on the desktop. Okay. So just right click it, insert new object, Semantic 300 station. So Semantic 300 station is inserted. Now maximize it. And here you will see hardware. So just open hardware. Just right click on this blank window, insert object, Semantic 300 rack rail. So here you will see the rack is inserted. Now what we will do, we will insert one CPU in it from the library. Here you will see the library in which we have CP, CPUs, IM, power supply rack, SM. So first of all we will insert one CPU. Okay, I will take CPU 315-2DB. What we have to do, we have to maximize it, and in 315 also there is 3 types of CPUs. You can take any one of that. So we have to define the address of the CPU. You can define any 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want. Now we have to network the CPU. New network settings. So the highest the bus address is defaultly is 126. You can also change it, but it should be maximum 126. You can change to less than 126. And the transmission rate, you have to set generally 1.5 Mbps we will set, or 187.5 kbps. The reason behind to set the baud rate to 187.5 or 1.5 we will discuss in my further videos. Okay, just click OK. you have you do not have to do anything in general, then just click OK. So what you will see that CPU has been inserted and the Profibus network has been created here. Now what we will do, we will insert some cards. Just we will drag and drop here. I have taken one DI card. Let's take one DO card. Or you can take any number of cards up to 11, but maximum we can take only 11 cards. Friends, in Profibus DP we will insert one interface module IM on the Profibus network. Just we have to set the baud rate same as of CPU. Since CPU has the address of 2, we can set any other address other than 2. The address cannot be same. Okay. So why the IM module is used? For example, if you have to locate your IO cards at some remote locations, or your rack is full here, then we can use the interface module so that we can extend our card, or wiring can be done easily, where we can insert the IM module and place the cards there. We can, as I told you, we can also insert the card in IM module. Yeah. Now friends, we will discuss what we have done till now. We have inserted one CPU there. We have created a Profibus network and assigned the baud rate 1.5 Mbps and given the address for the CPU and the IM module. As I told you, the IM module is used for where the IO cards are located at some remote location, so that wiring can be done easily. And we have inserted the cards. So generally, here you define the system default is start and end address is 0 to 1. Defaultly, the start address is 0 and end address is 1. Okay, you can also change it like 1. But new address is 6 to 7. So we will define, let us take with the default address. Okay. So here we can say that it is 16 DI card. What does 16 DI card means? For example, address start from 0 to 1. That means the address start from I 0.0, I 0.1, and similarly it goes till I 1.7. I 0.0, 0.1, 0.2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then it starts from I 1.1, 1.0, 1.1 till 1.7. So this, according to this type, the addressing should be done. No, we will just save it. And after that, save and compile it. See, it is compiled successfully. In case the error is come, then there is something wrong with your hardware configuration. We have done something wrong in the hardware configuration. Here all things are correct, that's why it is saved and compiled successfully. Now you can see after save and compile, this option of blocks is coming here. Okay. Generally there are different types of blocks, OB, FB, FCs. I will make a separate video on the types of the block and how to use it, but now we will use OB1. Generally there are three types of languages: ladder, STL, FBD. So we will first try ladder. It is normally open contact, normally close contact, again normally close contact, from here we can take. So I will create the simple logic for the DLL starter just to make you understand. Okay. So first we will take I 0.0 input, I 0.1, I 0.3, Q 0.6. Generally I represents input and Q represents output. So I make a simple logic of the DOL starter. We can also give it comments like I 0.0 is start. I 0.1 is stop. It's for overload relay. So just save it. So just save it. Friends, I have made a logic here in ladder. You can also view it in STL, FBD. Basically, ladder is used with the normally closed contact. In FBD we use gates and OR, and in STL is a statement type languages in which you will use statement. One thing there is need to remember that ladder is convertible to FBD and STL. FBD is also convertible to ladder and STL, but STL is not convertible to ladder or FBD. So since we do not have here the original CPU, so there is virtual CPU, you can say, for just testing our program, generally used by the programmers when they do programming at home to test their program. So there is one virtual CPU like this type. So we have to first set the PGPC interface. Here there is PLC SIM MPI. So we have to also set here PLC SIM MPI. In PGPC we generally set the protocol we are using, like in if you are communicating through Ethernet, then you will select the gigabyte network. Here we are using PLC SIM MPI, so I am selecting that only. Now we will first download our hardware configuration. The CPU is shown here. Now click OK. See, my hardware configuration has been successfully downloaded. Now I will download my logic, which I have prepared in OB1. It is showing unable to copy because I have I think it is not saved properly, and CPU has gone to run now. CPU has gone to stop mode while downloading the hardware configuration. So we will just select the OB from here and click the download button. It is showing here the function is not permitted in the current protection level. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to change this to run P, yani run program mode. So now again we will try to download. It has been downloaded. Yes. So our program has been downloaded. We can monitor from here like this. You can monitor this logic. Here I have inserted one input variable for simulating it. Here I will high 0. So what you will see, high 0.0 is high. Since I 0.0 is high, since they are already in NC contact, that means they are not coming. They are not coming. That's why the Q 0.0 becomes on. Similarly, what we will do, just insert I 0.1. I make I 0.1 high. So what will happen now? Now it is high. Since it is an NC contact, it will break from here and the Q 0.0 not coming. So from this logic we understand, for make our output on a motor on, the I 0.0 start command is coming and stop command is not coming, and thermal overload relay should not come, then our motor will becomes high and it will run. So we have latched the motor from here, so that it will run continuously once the start command is come. Okay. So friends, today in this video we have learned how to configure the hardware configuration, and we have made some simple logic to make you understand how to make logic. In my coming videos we will go to the advanced programming, and we will understand what are FBFCs, troubleshooting techniques related to the PLCs, and how we can manage the breakdowns and make our plant running fluently. So to make me more videos, just like, subscribe and share my video, and of course subscribe the channel.